Hi, this is Legacy TRX from the Atheios team. Today we want to show off a little bit the framework we have for the Atheios implementation for JavaScript. And we want to show how you, as a JavaScript programmer or game developer, can actually integrate the Atheios blockchain and interaction with the blockchain. So we start off here with this page. So this is a working example on atheios.org/source/Atheios portal. And just to give you an idea how that looks like, so if you want to look at the the page itself, what you need to do is for your game or for whatever you're doing, basically integrating 3 JavaScript libraries, Atheios, then the Atheios API, and the ciphering, JavaScript module. And then you can pick from here. We have basically authentication request, getting the account details, set the waging, and then finish a game request, and then basically do the ladder or get up the ladder for this. But we will show this a little bit more into detail. So here I loaded the page. Here we see also what's ongoing on the console. The console still has quite a lot of debugging, so don't worry too much about it. So I have taken a game token and game secret. Those are generated on the portal itself. So if you're a game developer, register there, and then you can create and add a game. And once you have done that, you will receive basically the game token and game secrets. So here are mine. They are basically for the local implementation I am having here. So I will actually run this against localhost. That will not work for you. You should basically, when you have created it on the portal, you should really use the WebSocket, secure WebSocket server, vss.atheios.org. So what happens then when we are initializing? You can see we are basically getting the HTML or the script here initiates with basically the game token and secret, and if everything works well, then we will basically get a response, and the response is also captured here. So you get a session ID, which is then available for you. And then basically I'm having now set that, hey, I'm this game, and that's great. And then I typically have a login screen on that game. And then I have created also here on my local system a test user and then a great password. So what I'm doing next is then doing the login. And great, it works. I get a couple of information, like for instance my display name, then also a user ID, the game ID itself, and then also the waging. And the waging is defined actually in the portal, so I can have games with like for instance with 1 Atheios to wage, but I can also have different tiering. Like I could have a bronze, silver, and gold type of game, and then you would have different wages there, maybe 1 for the bronze and 10 for silver and 100 Atheios for the gold class. So next is what you're also getting here is an auth token. So you're authenticated now, and that needs to be used. And of course the user ID. So now I want to get my account details, and then I can see, for instance, that I'm getting, that I have a certain amount of money. or currency of Atheios, in my case 272. And you can see this here also here. What we are having, it's basically we are sending a request, and then you get basically the response. So next thing is then potentially that I'm actually going to start a game. Now this logic is of course not in this web page. That will come, that is what you are contributing. But anyway, I say, okay, I want to start the game, and I wage 1 Atheios. And then you can actually see that, now I am having 261, so 1 Atheios less, and everything worked well. And now let's assume I'm doing like a great score. That is something which you then submit when the game is finished. And you also use then the play ID, which you received previously. And then, finished. And then, status is okay. And that's it. So what should happen now for this game and for me as a user? I should be able to see my the ladder, and the ladder you can see is also JSON here. You can see, like, for instance, here's the score of 1000, and it was me, and it was done during today. So that is basically the functionality we have at the moment. You can basically build your game around it, and then basically participate in the Atheios ecosystem, and have people engage and contribute both to you and for themselves being engaged, so that they are able to get Atheios. So I hope this gives you a little bit the idea how it works, and you can try it out yourself. You can just use this URL in order to set up a game, and then just play through it. That's all for now.